If you are watching this video, you probably know a thing or two about Linux, okay? And if you know nothing at all, it is okay. Go into kali.org and download Kali Linux either in your virtual machine if you don't know what VM is, or in live boot system. Boot up your Kali machine, then come back into this video. It is actually super easy, super simple. You don't need any instructions, like it is normal installation guide. Without the yapping, let's get back to what this video is really about. Okay, in today's video I'm going to show you exactly how to change your Kali machine, specifically Kali machine. Actually, it can be any Linux machine, but specifically I'm going to use Kali machine, change it into becoming the beast you have always dreamed of. I know some of you are confused, okay? Now, if I have left you behind, listen to me real carefully. What I meant by that, it is changing your Kali machine into becoming a Swiss Army knife that you always wanted. Now, what I really mean is actually putting your Kali machine into hacker mode, pro hacker mode to be specifically, and you don't need anything crazy. Now all you need is your Kali machine downloaded from kali.org. You need a stable internet connection, you need yourself and your energy to go into this video, make everything happen. Okay, we are going to set this sucker into becoming the beast you wanted. Let's get it the video. Okay, now we are back and I want you to go ahead and launch up, fire up your Kali machine. As I told you, as a virtual machine or as live boot, okay? Now I want you to go ahead, open up your terminal. Now the first thing that I always tell you and I always insist everybody to do before doing anything in Linux is make sure you update and upgrade your system. Your tools need to be fresh before you start hacking, before you start playing around. Because if you have the upgraded, the most updated tools, you can just go around smoothly. Okay. Now it is easy. You just need to do this by typing in sudo apt update. Okay. We'll start with updating. We'll go one by one, but you can actually go two together. Okay. Now for beginners, let's just go one by one. At the end, I'll show you exactly how to update and upgrade it at the same time. Okay. Now you need to put in your sudo password, super easy, and as you can see it is working. Now this one will not give you a headache, it will just take like a couple minutes. Now right now let me clear my screen really quickly, and what you need to do right now after updating, we are going to update, and the command to update it is sudo apt, but instead of update we are going to upgrade. Okay, so we are going to write in sudo apt upgrade, then dash y. This will upgrade every single thing. Okay, now as you can see it is working on it. This might take a while depending on internet connection also, so back up, go get your coffee, and this is the perfect time for you going ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't, because I'll be posting every single content about hacking, cybersecurity, Linux, and anything of the kind. Subscribe, like the video if you find it so helpful, and we'll catch up when this thing is done upgrading. It might take like 3 minutes or so we'll be back. Well, now as you can see, everything is done upgrading and updating. We are good to go. Now that was step number one in today's video. As I told you, today's video is actually simplified, or is actually put into steps which will guide us into making our Kali machine become the beast you always wanted. Okay, now let me clear my screen. If you don't know, the command to clear your screen is actually Control L, or you can just type in the word clear in your terminal, press enter, and it will do the magic. Okay, if you don't know any single command, as I told you, go watch the playlist. I will link it down in the description box. Go watch the playlist, Linux for Hackers, episode 1 to episode 3. Okay, we are rocking it. Okay, now let's get back into the video. Now the second step into making your machine become the beast you always wanted, it is installing the tools that are very crucial in your hacking journey, your hacking or cybersecurity or penetration testing journey. Okay, now here are the tools. For example, tools like Git for Git cloning and other more stuff. There's Metasploit for doing a lot of exploits. It is fun. Go watch my videos and you will see Metasploit doing great things. Okay, there is Nmap. I also got a video of Nmap. Go watch it right over here. Nmap for hackers, and you can also go there as a beginner and you'll learn Nmap. It is crucial for scanning ports, networks, even knowing operating systems. This is actually really great. Now go check out Nmap video. It is actually really good if you want to become a real hacker. But also one last thing that it is really crucial to install, it is actually Python. As you know, this is a programming language, and a lot of frameworks or tools that are used in Kali Linux or any type of Linux are actually coded using Python. So you're gonna need Python to run the framework, and that's why Python is really crucial into your arsenal. Okay, you need to put that tool in your arsenal, and you're ready to go. Now, without further ado, if you wanna check if Metasploit or Python or anything is installed, you can just go ahead and type the following commands. Now let us start with nmap. Now if you want to check if nmap is installed in your system, go ahead and type in nmap localhost. Okay, now go ahead and type in nmap localhost and it will tell you. If you get nothing at all, that means nmap it is not installed. Now don't freak out, because at the end I will show you exactly how to install nmap or any other tool that you need. As you can see, nmap, now here it is just scanned my localhost. Okay, it is scanned only one device is connected to the localhost. Now, Nmap is a very great tool for scanning networks and things like that. But also remember, it is very fast because it has done this in 0.2 seconds, or just approximately zero point 0.3 seconds. Okay, it is actually really great. Go check it out. Now we have another tool which is actually called Metasploit. If you want to check if Metasploit is installed in your machine, go ahead and type in msf console, then go ahead and type in dash dash version. This will tell you if you have Metasploit installed. It will tell you the version of MSF console. Okay. Now, one thing, guys, Kali Linux comes with Nmap and Metasploit already installed as the frameworks which are very crucial into your hacking career or your hacking journey. Now, right here, we are going to check if Git is already installed, or if not, you need to install Git. But in most cases, Git it is not installed in your Kali machine, like pre-installed. You need to manually install Git, and Python, you need to manually install Python. If you have Python, you can just type in Python and it will tell you if Python is installed or not. Okay, as you can see in my computer, Python is already installed and it is at Python version 3.13.2. Okay, now that is actually the Python version I am. Now let me just type in exit really quickly to exit this thing. Okay, now there I was in Python mode. Okay, now, if you want to check if any tool is installed, you can use the same command version. So you just type in the tool name, then at the end, you just type in dash dash version. For example, let's try this with Git. And as you can see, Git is already installed and the version of Git it is 2.47.2. Now, I've already got all the tools installed. Don't freak out yet. If you want to install any single tool, I want you to go ahead and type in sudo apt install. Okay, and after you type in sudo apt install, you write the tool name that you don't have. Okay, you can write anything. For example, you don't have git installed, for example, so you can just type in sudo apt install git. Now right over here you can see git is already installed in the newest version. Okay, whatever, I already have git installed in my system. Now right here I want you to go ahead and type in one simple thing, which is sudo apt auto remove. Okay, now what this will actually do, it will remove all the files that are no longer needed or are not used at all into Linux or something like that. Just additional files which are not of use. When you press enter, it will actually delete everything. Just press enter right over here, write Y, then press enter, or just press enter at all. Now, as you can see, reading the database, and it is reading all the files that are not needed. As you can see, the files took 165 MBs. Now, this storage is being freed right now. It will take a while. You can see right now, it is already auto removed every single file that you are not in need of. Okay, instead of just going ahead and deleting every single one of these files, I mean, it is actually a headache. You don't even know if this is used or not. Let Terminal, Mr. Terminal, do the work for you. That's why I like Terminal and I do not prefer using UI, graphical user interface. One last thing into this step before we move on into the next step, it is actually another way to check if something is installed. This is actually a new cool way. Now it is actually dpkg. Okay, then go ahead, type in /l, then put the pipe right over here. Then after that you can put any name of your, maybe your tool, the tool that you want to check. For example, let's say nmap. Okay, now as you can see right over here, starting nmap, whatever. Now this is actually like it has started nmap, then all of a sudden it has ended nmap. It is like new way to test if nmap is actually there and running. Okay, it's actually cool. Put it in your arsenal, and let's go into the next step, which is actually the third step. The third step is actually creating a low level profile. Okay, low level user. What this user actually really means, it is You're creating this user for safety reasons. First of all, you need to know this. You are creating this user for safety reasons. Okay. Now, if you want to know all the hackers or something like that, you need to have this user, like a separate user apart from your main user. Okay. Now, this is actually really simple. And before we go ahead and start creating this new user, if you are using the default Kali Linux machine password and Kali Linux machine username, go ahead and change that really quickly. For example, the password, most specifically the password. Okay. Now I know most of you know the default Kali Linux password is actually Kali. Now that isn't really good. Go ahead and change that for security purposes only. Okay. Now, in order to change that thing, you need to become a root user. And if you don't know what the root user is, the root user is like becoming like the administrator or something like that. Okay, just having the upper hand power, like a king, something like you are on the throne. Okay, now to do that, it is actually really easy. Just type in sudo su and you become the root user. Now, the other way to do this, you can actually go right over here, click this thing right over here, and it will give you the root terminal emulator. Now, that's actually a headache. It's a lot of work. Just come here, sudo su, and you are a root user. Now, to do this, I want you to go ahead and type in the word password. Now, this will actually tell you to put in a new password. So I'll just type in my new password. Though my password isn't Kali, okay, so I'm just going to retype my new password. And as you can see, password was updated successfully. Now, if your password was Kali, okay, now you need to change it to something more like elongated, something different apart from Kali, okay. Now, if you are done that, now you are ready to go ahead and make a new user. The reason why you are doing this as root, it is actually avoiding writing a lot of passwords. For example, every time you need a root privilege to do something, you gotta write sudo, 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 and you need to write password every single time. So we are actually doing this as root in order to avoid writing a lot of passwords. Okay. Now to add user, it's actually really simple. You just go ahead and type in add user. Okay. Then right here you can go ahead and type in the username that you want to add. For example, I just type in like you can write anything like pro hacker, pro dine. Now let me say pro dine. Okay. Sorry, Kevdyne. Yeah, press enter. As you can see, it is adding user. As you can see here, there is the new password for the new user. I'm going ahead and type in the new password real quickly. I'm actually really excited. I don't know about you guys because I'm really excited. Now I've retyped, okay, now I can put in my new whatever. So my full username is actually Kevdyne. Room number, no. Phone, no, no, no. Okay. Is the information correct? Yes, it is correct. And as you can see there, your new user is actually created. But listen, first of all, this new user, it has just been there. Like, it is nothing at all. It doesn't have the pseudo privileges. It has nothing. It is like when you have a guest into your house, okay? They don't do anything if not instructed. You just tell them, sleep into that room, and they'll just sit there. They'll sleep there, okay? Now, what we are going to do, we are going to make this new user and we are going to change it from being a guest into becoming the indigenous or the native of the place, okay? We are going to give him or her or it privileges and being more specifically pseudo privileges. And to do that, it is actually really simple. Go ahead and type in the word user mode, okay, then ag. Okay, now we are going to change this one from that to Kevdyne. Okay, so you're going to write in user mode dash a capital G sudo Kevdyne, or change this one into any name you have just put here. Okay, go ahead and do that, press enter. As you can see now, Kevdyne, it is actually been given the sudo privileges. Now, before we go on, we gotta give Kevdyne or our new not guest a privilege to use bash shell if you're using bash shell or zsh shell. In my computer, I'm actually using zsh shell. I'm not using bash shell. Okay, now the command will actually vary a little bit, and I'll tell you where it varies. Now, right now, I want you to go ahead and type in chsh. Okay, now dash s. Now type slash forward slash bin. Then right here, it is where the command varies. If you're using bash, go ahead and type in bash right quickly. And if you are using zsh or any other type of shells, it can be dog, cat, giraffe, I made some of them up. I know you guys know I am bad at shells. I don't know anything, okay? But whatever, go ahead and type in ZSH, then go ahead and type in the name of your username. It can be Prodyne as I am right now. Now, as you can see right here, I can just click OK. And Prodyne, it has actually been given the privilege to use the ZSH shell. If you don't know what a shell is, go check out Linux for Hackers episode 3 right over here. I told you exactly what this shell is, okay, and the difference between the terminal and the shell, because those are two different things. Now, if you want to confirm if Prodyne has been given pseudo privileges, I want you to go ahead and type in grep. We are going to grep, then sudo etc group. Okay, now you're going to just type in grep sudo in brackets. Okay, I mean not brackets but quotations, something, I don't know, bro. Now go ahead, type in grep sudo slash etc forward slash group, press enter, and it will tell you the sudo users. Okay, now as you can see, that is Kevdyne. You know this guy. Now we have actually made tons of video using Kevdyne. It has been a really cool friend. Now we have Superdyne, the one we are using right now, which is actually the first video for her or him or it. And we have our new guest called Prodyne. Now, really quickly, we want to go ahead and check if our Prodyne is actually there and working. You can actually do this the easiest way by using the terminal, or you can just go the hardest way by clicking here, go here, switch user, write the name, and actually write the password. Now, I don't want to do any of that. Now, right now, what I'm going to do, I am going to use the terminal to actually switch a user from Superdyne to Prodyne. Okay, it is actually really simple and really cool actually. So you are going to tell the terminal to switch user, and you will tell the user in which you want to switch to. Okay, you can just type in Kevdyne or Prodyne. So we are going to type in Prodyne. Okay, and as you can see, it will switch me back into Prodyne. So as you can see right over here, we were at Superdyne. Right now we are at Prodyne. Okay, it is actually really great. Okay, really crazy. So we can just go ahead and type in sudo su, something like that, and you can see. Okay, now you are told to write password for Prodyne, because right now Prodyne is actually a sudo user. Okay, so just go ahead and type in the password for that, and really quickly it will open whatever you are doing. Okay, now right now we are going to exit this thing. So right now I have gone back in time, okay, in my normal Superdyne user. What I did there, I asked a sudo permission to change or to switch my user from Prodyne to Superdyne. Okay, it is actually really cool. If you have the password in your mind, you can just put one and one together and you'll get 11. Is it 11? Is it 2? I don't know. It's actually really scary. Now let me go ahead and clear up my screen really quickly. Now everything that we have done there in the terminal, which is actually really cool, and I know you appreciated that. It is actually most cool if you do anything using the terminal. If you launch application using the terminal, if you do anything using the terminal, it is actually really cool than using graphical interface. But don't worry, as you know, my videos cover all the people. The one liking using terminal and the ones liking not to use terminal. Okay, now if you don't like using terminal, go ahead into your file system, go ahead and go into settings right over here, click into settings, come down here, go to users and groups, and everything that we have done there using commands in the terminal, you can actually do them using graphical user interface, or graphically to be more specifically. And as you can see right now, I am signed in as Superdyne. As you can see, Prodyne is also there already created. Now right now you can do anything. You can add new user the way we did right there. Now we did it more cooler using commands, but you can actually come here, do it the old school way using graphical. Now you can add user, you can delete a user, or you can do any simple things. Okay, and you can manage the groups that you have. Okay, whatever you want to do. All right, now I want you to go ahead and close this circle. Now go ahead, play with it, but be more carefully so you do not need to mess up with any of these things. Okay, now we are going to step 4, and this step is actually the real coolest step that I need you to know. Okay, it is actually really cool. For example, if you are doing penetration testing or something like that, we all know if you are working into different things, maybe in Linux using your terminal, okay, you can actually go here and add new tab, and you can go ahead and add new tab, right? Now this is actually confusing. You don't know what tab is which. For example, is it this, or is it this? Now instead of having new tabs separated like that, you can have something called the multiplexer. Okay, now what multiplexer does, it is actually really cool. Let me not spoil everything for you, and you will see on your own. Now, the best multiplexer frameworks that I like to use, it is actually Telix, but there is actually Guac and there is actually Console. Okay, I'll put the names in the screen right over here so you can all see for yourself. Okay, there is Telix, Guac, and Console. Okay, now these multiplexers are really good, and you need it if you want to become a hacker or penetration tester. It actually simplifies your hacking journey, or any work that you are doing. You don't have to navigate into different tabs. Okay, you can get lost, for example, if you have 10 different tabs, right? Now you can know what is what, but this multiplexer makes it all easier for you. Now, if you do not have Telix installed or console or Grok installed in your Kali machine, it is actually really easy. And as you can remember, the first of the video I told you how to install these things. It is actually by using the command sudo apt or apt sudo apt install. Then you write the tool that you want to install. In this case, let's go ahead and install Telix. Just go ahead and type in sudo apt install, okay, Telix. Then go ahead, put the slash, then y. Now, right now, we are going ahead to press enter. You just need to put in your sudo password for Superdine or any user that you're using at the time. It is actually installing Telix. It is actually really easy. It is a small file, so it will actually not take that much of a time. It depends on your internet connection also, so it can take up to 1 minute or 2 minutes, but it is actually a very small file. All right, I do not even need to pause the video for this to finish downloading, but let's catch up when it's done downloading. All right, so right now, as you can see, Telix is already installed in your Kali machine, and we are going to check out how this sucker actually really works. It's actually really great, and I'm actually really hyped up. I am excited to go ahead and see how Telix really works. So go ahead and type in Telix really quickly into your terminal, press enter, and it will open. Now, as you can see right now, you can add a terminal at the right hand side, or you can add the terminal downwards. You can add the terminal whatever, like right hand side again. Okay, now as you can see right here, you can work with everything. Okay, like really easy, really simple. For example, you're doing one thing right over here. For example, right here, you are updating your thing. Okay, now you want to go ahead and sudo apt update. Okay, right here you are updating your thing. Let's say, for instance, you are updating your thing, and right over here you want to do something else. For example, you want to upgrade your thing. Okay, you can go ahead and upgrade your thing. Okay, and right here you can go ahead and download another tool, all in one time. Okay, they're actually really great, really easy, really simple, and that's why I like multiplexer. Okay, now this is actually really different from your normal terminal. In your normal terminal, you actually go ahead and add new tabs. Now, for example, you have like 10 tabs. Let's say, for instance, you have like 10 tabs. You don't know what tab is what tab. For example, is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? Like, you gotta just go and click one by one to go and check what is what. But if you're using a multiplex, it is actually really easy and really simple to monitor all of your stuff in one screen. Okay, now that's why I recommend you using multiplex, and this is what hackers do. Go ahead and have your multiplexer installed in your Kali machine, and you will have your Kali machine changed it from a normal newbie Kali machine into a pro hacker or the beast Kali machine. Now let me go ahead and close this thing because I don't need it. I don't have a lot of work to do right now. Let me go ahead and minimize this thing. Now the last fifth step that I want you to go ahead and have, it is actually downloading VS Code. Don't get me wrong, Kali Linux comes with the pre-installed code readers, okay, like Nano, okay. There is something called Nano, okay. For example, go ahead and type in Nano and it will open up Nano for you. Okay, if you want to close it, go ahead and type in Control X and it will close Nano for you. There is actually something called Vim. Okay, if you go ahead, it will open Vim for you. Now there is actually Nano and Vim as I showed you. Okay, now these are actually really cool, but you know what is even more cooler? VS Code. This is actually our favorite coding IDE, okay, like our code editor, okay. Now, apart from Nano is actually hard to edit codes, but using VS Code is actually simplified. It is actually easily. Now, to get VS Code, go ahead and open up your browser, and I will tell you in a minute why you actually have to download VS Code using your web browser instead of using your terminal. Just wait around and calm down. Go ahead and type in VS Code, okay. It will open up VS Code download. For example, their actual website to download VS Code for your machine. So I will show you for those who don't know how to download things. Okay, so if you know how to download things, you can 10 seconds skip. Don't skip too much. Okay, 10 seconds skip. For example, now right here you can go ahead and download .deb. Okay, now this is a Debian. Kali Linux is a Debian distro. That's what I wanted to tell you. Okay, do not download .rpm. Okay, though it might work for you, okay, or for me also it might work, but .deb is actually more cooler. And you know why? Because .deb file is actually connected to the apt, and as you know, apt or apt is used to upgrade and update every single file in our system. So for example, when you download your VS Code using deb, okay, .deb file, it will actually be updated easily when you just type in sudo apt update. So it will just be updated easily. You don't have to manually update it. And that is why I want you to go ahead and download the deb file. Now there is also other ways to download this kind of file. For example, using curl, using wget, using git clone, okay? But there is also downloading files as .star.gz or .gz or .tgz. I know you have actually seen these kind of files everywhere. Now it is actually not that much sufficient doing it this way using the terminal. That's why I want you to go ahead and open your browser. Go ahead into VS Code and click on download, okay? Download it manually for this case, okay? Now, after you have already downloaded your VS Code from your web browser, you are going to install it really quickly using a simple command. First of all, go ahead maybe into your downloads, the place where you have actually maybe down okay, downloads. Yeah. Go ahead into your downloads, the place where you have actually installed this sucker. Go ahead and type in sudo, okay? We are going to install this really quickly. Sudo apt install, then go ahead, type in dot, then forward slash, write the file name. For instance, let's say it's VS Code. Then after that, type in .deb because you already installed the .deb file. And after that, at the end, I want you to go ahead and type in dash y. In this case, this command will download VS Code. Now, one thing, replace this VS Code word right here with your actual file name. For example, it is written VS Code 1 or Visual Studio Code 1 or Visual Studio Code. Just go ahead into your downloads. You can list and you can see your newly downloaded file. And if it is associated to VS Code, that's the one. Go ahead, put the name right over here. At the end, put .deb, then space and dash y. Okay, right here you can install your VS Code really easily and really simple. Now, after I've already installed your VS Code, okay, we are going to launch your VS Code. Now, you can actually go ahead into your normal old school way to launch things, and you just go type in VS Code and you can see Visual Studio Code is already there and already installed. Or you can just go the new school way or the classic way using the Mr. Terminal. First of all, you are going to CD to desktop. First of all, let's go to our home directory, then CD to desktop, okay, really quickly. Then in your desktop, we are going to make a directory, okay? We are going to make a directory, let's say it's called hashed, okay? This is actually like a folder, okay? And into this folder, you are going to open VS Code into. If you do not know what happened right here, those are commands, okay? I changed directory to home, then to desktop. Then I made a directory called hashed, okay, or a folder in other names. If you do not know anything or you do not understand anything I said, and I will always say this one, go ahead and watch Linux for Hackers series, okay? It is your go-to, okay? Now, enough with the yapping, let's get back into the video. We are going to open our VS Code into our hashed folder. To do that, go ahead and type in code space dot space, then type in your folder name hashed, okay? And in that case, it will open VS Code into your hashed folder, okay? As you can see, VS Code is already up and running right here, right now. As you can see, it is a desktop and hashed file, okay? This is actually really crazy. Now here you can go ahead and make Python projects, C projects, or any other types of projects that you need, okay? You can connect to anything. You can go ahead into their store right over here or their extensions and download Python if you do not have Python installed, or you can go ahead, close this really quickly. You can go ahead and install Python through your terminal. Whatever, it still works. Now, I didn't want to go ahead and make Python projects or make any other types of maybe programming projects because this video was gonna be 1,000 minutes long. I don't know how many hours are those, but whatever, all right? We do not have time for that. Go ahead, play with it for yourself, check around and learn new things, learn programming. That's why I emphasize everybody of you learn programming. If you want to become the best hacker, the best cybersecurity, the best penetration tester or pen tester, you need to know a little bit of coding because a lot of frameworks use coding type shit. Now, as long as I wanted to go ahead and continue with this video, but this video was gonna be long, that's why I will make another episode into Linux for hackers, how to actually manage your Linux terminal, your Linux Kali machine to change it into becoming a beast. Make sure you check out my other videos. For example, this video right over here, it will tell you exactly how to become anonymous online. Go check it out and you can browse the internet, surf the internet. Even your Wi-Fi router is not gonna know anything about you. It's gonna be like, who just passed there? Like it is like wind. You'll just pass through their blind spots. They will never ever see you in their lives. That's why I encourage you go check that video. It's actually really great. Together with other videos, for example, tracking devices or making or cloning any websites in the world and sending them via phishing email attacks. I have all those videos in my channel. Go ahead, surf there and enjoy yourself. Okay. Without further ado, catch you in the next one. Peace out.